What have you learned about self-compassion? Because in this, I can imagine an awful lot of self-castigation.
Yeah.
What have you learned about self-compassion?
That I would have probably had results faster if I had not been so hard on myself. It is very difficult to be motivated when, in terms of like continuing to keep going and the intrinsic motivation, because you start to feel good that you're acting like the person that you want to be, when you have a chip on your shoulder and you're constantly, well, okay, but you could have done this. Oh, okay, great that you're working 2 jobs, but you better get a third. And the power, it sounds so cheesy, but the power of learning how to change the settings in your mind so that you 10x on the things that are going well, and you call out, good job on that. Good job on that. I'm proud of you for getting 2 jobs. You're doing enough today. Like, you're doing a lot, actually. There's something about shifting that tough love mentality with yourself once you kind of have that first breakthrough and becoming more of an encourager. And I think this is true about business too. You know, if you are a person that wants to be a great leader, stop focusing on the things that are going wrong and triple down on what you see people doing well. Because when you triple down and you call out, because you don't realize people do like 100 things great every day. But we personally hyperfixate on the one thing that didn't go well, as if it's the only thing that you did today, and you forget you answered 73 emails. Great job. You showed up for those 7 Zoom meetings that were a waste of your time. Great job. You were kind to the person that was having a really hard day. Good job. You managed your energy well. And instead of coming home and just dumping your stress on everybody and then blaming work for it, treating the people that you care the most the worst, you checked yourself at the door. Good job. Yeah, you might not have gotten that thing. You may have like had a lousy tone of voice with that person, but you apologized pretty quickly. Good job. Like, when you can start to notice the things you're doing well, it creates this unbelievable sense of momentum inside of you. Because you're not kind of like, self-criticism is like this roadblock where you stop your own like momentum. Have you ever been in a meeting where, you know, you're brainstorming with people and it's like in a flow and there's one person that's like, well, and you're like, what? Dude, like, read the room. And that was a huge revelation to me. And it's a huge part of my philosophy in terms of the way that I lead.
Yes, and as opposed to no but,
Yeah.
because the no but feels like it's slowing everything down. So what I'm interested in is trying to square all of the different circles that we've got going on here. So on one hand, we have a lot of autonomy, intentionality, a kind of ruthlessness with decision making,
Yes.
a bias for action.
Yes.
On the other, we have a focus on what's going well, not what's going wrong. We have a degree of understanding and acceptance of where you have fallen short and where other people fall short too. So self-oriented perfectionism is reduced. Other-oriented perfectionism is also reduced. But then we have this balance between letting things happen, life happening to us or life happening to other people perhaps, and us happening to life. Trying to find the middle of the Venn diagram of all of these doesn't seem superbly simple, right? I'm going to make a change. That's on me. I'm going to accept myself when I fall short, but also have high standards. There's tension. I am going to let other people show their behavior in a manner that allows me to judge them. But I'm also going to hold boundaries in a way which means that they're not crossed.
Yeah.
This seems almost artistic in the ability to balance all of these things.
It's the simplest thing in the world. It really is. I am probably, I would imagine you're this way. I'm one of the most intentional people in the world. And I think a lot about the outcome that I am driving toward and what I'm doing and why. And that becomes a directional signal that I can point toward. And a lot of my intentionality, I'll just give you an example. Like we were ruthless. And I love that you use that word because I feel like I'm a person that has ruthless compassion. Like I have the highest standards in the world for myself. I demand a level of excellence, which does not mean perfectionism.
Mhm.
It means showing up to the best of my capability today. And, if I'm on a day where I can only give 40% and I gave 40%, I actually operated with excellence. But I operate with a level of excellence that also demands excellence in the way that you interact with other people. I will not tolerate rudeness. I will not tolerate that you make your emergencies other people's emergencies in my company. I will not tolerate people being short with other people that we're working with, whether it's vendors or partners, that it takes a level of self-awareness and self-control to be able to check your own energy and not make your stress somebody else's. And so that's a fine line. But in terms of the let them, like what are other people responsible for? What am I responsible for?
Mm.
It's so simple. It is such a simple construct when you really start to apply it because the 4 words, whether you're talking about moments when you say let them, you're just cueing to yourself moments where the outside world or other people, whether it's their opinions, their moods, their stress, their behavior, their expectations, their emotions, where they are penetrating your brain space or they're penetrating your stress levels. That's all that it is. When you say let them, you are recognizing that you're in a moment where something outside of your control is frustrating you or stressing you out. And you are cueing yourself to not allow something outside of you to hold that much power over you. And when you say, let me, you remind yourself that in life, there's only 3 things you got. That's it. It's what you think about what's happening. And that's the settings in your mind that we keep coming back to. It's what you do or don't do in response to it. And it is the skill that you can develop of knowing that when those emotions, the chemical explosions in your body that you will never be able to control, when those emotions fire off, do you have the skill to let them rise and fall and then choose intentionally how you're going to respond? Or do those emotions run you over? And for the first 4 years of my life, my emotions ran me over.
We'll get back to talking in just one second, but first, if you have been feeling a bit sluggish, your testosterone levels might be the problem. They play a huge role in your energy, your focus, and your performance, but most people have no idea where theirs are or what to do if something's off, which is why I partnered with Function, because I wanted a smarter and more comprehensive way to actually understand what's happening inside of my body. Twice a year, they run lab tests that monitor over 100 biomarkers. They've got a team of expert physicians that analyze the data and give you actionable advice to improve your health and lifespan. And seeing your testosterone levels and tons of other biomarkers charted over the course of a year with actionable insights to actually improve them gives you a clear path to making your life better. Getting your blood work drawn and analyzed like this would usually cost thousands, but with Function, it's just $499. And right now, you can get $100 off, bringing it down to $399. Get the exact same blood panels that I get and save that $100 by going to the link in the description below or heading to functionhealth.com/modernwisdom. That's functionhealth.com/modernwisdom. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ooh, a tasty morsel of a clip there for you. Well, the full episode is available right here. Come on. Press it.